fairly common question is, when is insurance going to cut off my temporary disability? I will tell you, generally the insurance company is looking for ways to cut off your temporary disability. They're paying you to stay at home, and insurance companies don't like that. So what are the most common ways or the common times when insurance cuts off temporary disability? One, you've been off work for a while and your primary treating physician releases you to light duty work. They say you're not completely, totally disabled at this time. You can go back to work and let's say no repetitive grasping, or let's say no repetitive stooping. If the primary treating physician releases you to a light duty work trial and the employer can accommodate those restrictions, they can bring you in, even if it's not your normal job. They say, we'll put you somewhere else. You can do a job that fits within these restrictions for a while. If that happens, insurance company can cut off temporary disability. So that would be primary treating physician releases you to light duty work and the employer can accommodate it. If you don't have both, if the treating physician releases you to some light duty work and the employer says, I'm sorry, Susie, I can't accommodate those restrictions, temporary disability continues. So that would be one scenario. Another scenario, the primary treating physician says, hey, injured worker's condition is permanent and stationary. They're not going to get any better with or without treatment. They're really at a plateau. Condition has stabilized. They are now MMI or PNS. That happens, insurance company can cut off temporary disability. Even if the employer can't bring you back to your old position, temporary disability can stop because your condition is permanent and stationary. So that's the second scenario. The primary treating physician says permanent and stationary. Closely related to that, though, a lot of the time, if you've been on temporary disability for 6, 9, 12 months, insurance company will request a QME. It's because they're trying to get to the same spot. They want the QME to say that you're permanent and stationary. So if the primary treating physician says you're permanent and stationary, temporary disability, done. If the QME says you're permanent and stationary, temporary disability, done. If those two doctors are disagreeing with one another, there's going to be some discovery to do. There may be a good chance that the insurance company will cut off temporary disability in the meantime, but they're going to have to figure out the discrepancy between those two reports. So first scenario, release to light duty work. Second scenario, permanent and stationary. The last scenario, generally, if you've been on temporary disability for 2 years, insurance company can cut off temporary disability even if you're still temporarily totally disabled, even if the doctor hasn't released you to light duty work. There are some exceptions for amputations, things along those lines, but generally, once you get to 2 years of temporary disability that have been paid out, workers' comp will cut off temporary disability no matter what. They are at a statutory limit. So those are the three most common scenarios. Release to light duty work, the employer can accommodate. You're permanent and stationary, or you hit the 2-year mark. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button down below and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos.